Hey everybody, it's me, Face of America, back with another article. This one comes from thedailymail.com, and the title is Exclusive. Hunter Biden told judge under oath that he was a member of the Connecticut bar in good standing, but he was suspended 2 years ago for failure to pay fees. Hunter Biden has been caught misleading a judge while under oath about his status as a practicing lawyer. At his disastrous plea hearing this week, Delaware District Judge Mary Ellen Noriega asked Hunter where he was eligible to practice law. Quote, "You're a member of the bar?" End quote, she said. Quote, "Yes, Your Honor," he replied. "District of Columbia and Connecticut, Your Honor." End quote. But Connecticut records show Hunter, 53, was suspended from practicing law in Connecticut more than 2 years ago. A judicial branch spokeswoman said he was currently not in good standing after failing to pay his $75 annual fees since 2018. Hunter Biden told Delaware District Judge Mary Ellen Noriega that he was eligible to practice law in Washington, D.C. and Connecticut. Here's the transcript. A transcript from last week's disastrous plea hearing. "You're a member of the bar?" the judge said. "Yes, Your Honor," Hunter replied. "District of Columbia and Connecticut, Your Honor." Here we see the state of Connecticut judicial branch record on Hunter Biden, and the court history clearly states, in highlighted blue, administrative suspension for failure to pay the Client Security Fund fee in accordance with Practice Book Section 270 on 11/30/2021. Connecticut records show Hunter was suspended from practicing law in Connecticut more than 2 years ago for failing to pay his $75 annual fees since 2018. The mistruth was first spotted by Connecticut lawyer and columnist Kevin Rennie, who wrote about it on his blog Daily Ructions. In an interview with DailyMail.com, Rennie, a former Connecticut state legislator, called Hunter's statement to the judge, quote, "extraordinary," adding that he, quote, "misled the court." Quote, "I'm careful about using the word lie because I don't know what was in his head, but he certainly should have known better," end quote, he said. A lawyer who is asked under oath whether he is admitted to practice and does not include in his response that he is suspended from practice in one of them has misled the court. He did not give her an answer that I think most judges would see under these circumstances was in good faith. It omitted crucial facts. Clearly, he thought he was admitted to practice in Connecticut. He ought to know after 26 years that certain obligations come with that, and they are by no means onerous. His state of Connecticut judicial branch online record says Hunter was admitted to the state bar in April 1997. Rennie said Hunter would have received several requests each year to pay his mandatory state bar fees, as well as reminders about his requirements to do 12 hours of legal education each year, which he appears to have ignored. On March 16, 2021, Hunter had a, quote, "administrative suspension for failure to pay the Client Security Fund fee," end quote, his Connecticut bar records say. This was repeated on November 30th that year and again June 14th last year. Hunter's bar registration for Washington, D.C. says he is currently in good standing. Connecticut Judicial Branch spokesperson Melissa Farley said that the first son, quote, "is currently not in good standing due to the Attorney Biden's failure to register or comply with the statewide grievance committee's minimum continuing legal education requirement since 2018, and to pay the Client Security Fund fee for 2019, 2020, 2021, and 2022. It's only $75, Rennie told DailyMail.com. The judicial branch, they're very good about reminding people that they need to pay by June 15th, so I was surprised. I was also surprised that given what we all assume he's paying in legal fees, that someone at the law firm representing him would have just checked the box to make sure everything was as it should be, such as, "You paid the $75, didn't you?" They should have anticipated those basic biographical questions you're going to be asked by a judge, especially when the intention was to enter a guilty plea. It's careless not paying attention. I suppose that's not a surprise given his history, which he's certainly emphasizing in this proceeding. Rennie, 64, said the $75 annual fee helps pay for a fund for victims of attorney fraud. The political columnist for the Hartford Courant said he has a general practice near South Windsor, Connecticut, and was a GOP state senator and House member for 8 years, but added that he is, quote, no longer Republican. I'm an unaffiliated voter, and I had a Biden-Harris sign on my lawn fall of 2020, he said. Rennie said Hunter needs to live up to his responsibilities as a lawyer, but added that the first son's criminal prosecution has not changed his voting intentions. Hunter is a nightmare, we all know that, but it doesn't mean that he's excused from every obligation that similarly situated people have to meet, he said. I voted for Joe Biden. I expect if he's the Democratic nominee, I'd vote for him again. How unfortunate. This guy is such a screw-up. I just love that for Joe. Like, share, and subscribe if you haven't. Thank you for watching. Have a good one.